the ray of sunshine on this grey, awful day over here.
It's only because I have corona hair.
It's because why?
It's because of this. It's because I have really bad corona hair. So I've taken their hats. I pulled all my hats out of the closet. Yep.
It's super fun, and we like the sparkles and the dazzles.
Right. Who doesn't? We need a little dazzles right now. Things are pretty crazy here, especially in the US, man. Yikes.
I know, right? So you guys are ahead of us, obviously. I mean, you've been home alone for a lot longer than we have. We've only done it for the past 3 days, and already people are going a little stir crazy. So I wanted to get you on to talk about your tips, some simple things that we can be doing, mindset, immune boosting, whatever. Just share us your love and all your great insights.
All righty. Yes. What we don't want to do is get the quarantine 15 going. That's what we're calling it over here. And when people go off to university in the States, they call it the freshman 15. And now we've got all these memes going around about day 1 of quarantine, day 30, and people are blowing up. So we want to avoid that thing. And the other thing that they've been calling it is the anxiety pandemic, because, it's very anxiety producing. So I noticed with me, one of the techniques I've been doing to help me get through this is, I think when you're home all the time, it's way easier to intermittent fast. So I've been totally taking advantage of eating a late breakfast and an early dinner, and then just if I get hungry, having like some bar or something in between, doing a smoothie like 10, 11 a.m. And I call it my immune boosting smoothie because I put coconut milk in there, which is rich in monolaurin, which is antiviral. I put avocado in there. It's got glutathione, great antioxidant, and strawberries, vitamin C. And then my bone broth protein powder. So I've been doing that, and then getting a lot more vegetables in and getting that in an 8-hour window. And that's something we all can do. We're home. We can drink a lot more water, right? We can intermittent fast.
Yeah.
And I've been working on, because at first I noticed that I was like getting my workouts in, but once a day, and then I was sitting on my butt. So I lifted my desk up. I'm now standing. I wish I had a walking desk. Now I understand the walking desk. I was like, why do I need that? But luckily my office is upstairs. I go back and forth a lot, but I've been working on 2 workouts a day. Just, you'd be better off doing shorter workouts and doing them twice, and then look for what you can do to get moving. I know in the US, a bunch of people have adopted dogs because in some areas you can't leave the house unless you're walking a dog. So yeah. So luckily I have a dog, but she's 6 pounds. So, you can't take her out for like 10 miles. She's not putting up with that. She starts to, and it's 85 degrees here. So she's not putting up with that either. But, I think the big important thing to look at here is, and I found myself doing this. All of a sudden I was like checking the stats every hour and reading the news. And it's like, we need to keep up on it, but do it once or twice a day. And then we got to put it away, get yourself into the positive place here, because probably the most important thing you can do for your immune system is stay positive and handle the stress. So my buddy, Nick Ortner, who had the tapping solution, put into the app store. He's got the tapping solution app, and he did a special tapping meditation on coronavirus. So it's free. And what I'm loving right now, Shelly, is everybody's cool free stuff. You can do yoga at home with our buddy Deborah Atkinson of Flipping 50, Bree Argetsinger from Betty Rockers doing free workouts. I mean, there's really no excuse to not be able to do all this stuff. So It's like, turn off the news and lay out your schedule. And that's what I've done. I just laid out my schedule and went, okay, my workout's here, this is what we're doing for dinner. And we've just gotten really dialed in on that, because otherwise it's real easy to all of a sudden look and go, I've been sitting for all day and have accomplished nothing. Right? So yes. So that's what I'm doing.
I love what you said, JJ, about doing a routine, like actually scheduling out your time, because otherwise, like you say, it's too easy to keep on the news reel. Like, now is the time that we can double down on our health. We can do all these things that we're normally too busy to do, because we've got it all in our lounge rooms, we've got it all in our houses. People like you are giving away things. There's all these people all around the world that will help us with our mindset, with our exercise, with our diet. Any number of things that we need, we can get access to it now.
Yes, I'm giving away my Mindset Academy that we were selling for $500 US, and I'm giving away our exercise program because I just want to take away those excuses. And I figure if you frame your day with good mindset training, and I'll give you the codes for that. So I just said that, and I'll make sure everyone gets it. If you frame your day, if you intermittent fast, if you add in the exercise, which you can do at home with nothing, like just that alone will make a massive difference. You could actually come through this and be in better shape and better health than at the start, right? And so let's put that as a new goal, because I was reading something in the States where they said, forget kale and quinoa, everyone's going for chips and Oreo cookies. I was like, oh no, they were showing people going shopping, all this like survival shopping, and they were getting Spam cookies, chips. I'm like, what are you doing? So we literally loaded up with.
Yeah, what did you load up with? What did you load up with?
Frozen cauliflower rice and frozen broccoli rice. I don't know if they have broccoli rice there. I found it in one of the health food stores, frozen. So we froze that. We got this thing that takes the air out of stuff so that you can keep keep vegetables around longer. So we did that for our salads so that we could keep it around longer. And then we have frozen bone broth, lots of great protein, wild rice, lentils, black beans, nuts, protein shakes, coconut milk, frozen berries, frozen avocado. I mean, literally we could last. We're hunkered down. I was like, I'm hunkering down for 4 months. That's what my mindset was. It was probably a little ridiculous, but I think when you live in Florida, and I lived in California, you always have to be ready for an earthquake. And Florida, you were ready for a hurricane. So like we already had a lot of the stuff ready just in case, because you have to. So that's why we did that. I actually had to ship my mom toilet paper, which cost $95. I told her, I go, you're not going to get toilet paper to stock up, and she goes, I don't have any. I go, I told you. And I was like, I just spent $100 to ship toilet paper.
It's not even fun stuff. You're shipping toilet paper.
No. People that she didn't get flowers. She got toilet paper.
Oh, sorry. For people that don't know what EFT is, how does it work with your immune system? Like, there's all this research now coming out how much it boosts your immune system.
This was so cool. My hat's a little crazy. This was so cool. This research on it. I mean, first of all, what we know. So tapping, or emotional freedom technique, is really simple. And if you go to that app, you'll see it. And it's just you tapping, and you start up here, and then you go up to here. And you tap on the different meridians of your body while repeating a mantra. And what they found was that this could lower cortisol by as much as 27%. Now, here's the thing. When you're under stress, which right now people like all of a sudden are like, your cortisol goes up. If your cortisol goes up, it starts making your gut leakier, which can make you more intolerant to foods. It makes you crave sugar. It interrupts your sleep. It can make you store belly fat. It can lower your immune system. I mean, rotten stuff, nothing you'd want to have happen. And tapping costs nothing, simple to do, easy to learn. Again, this app will walk you through it. So they did a study where they took some meditation and tapping. They combined the two. So you did both each day for a week. And they were testing your immunoglobulins in your mucous membranes. And this is really like your immune system in your mucous membranes. And what they found was that at the end of the week, they had gone up by 118%. That is crazy. And what's great about that is it didn't cost anything. I mean, a lot of the stuff we're talking about here, what you can do to work on your mindset, what you can do for exercise, what you can do for stress, are free, right?
100%, 100%.
So this is what's great. And so what I would tell you to do, because it's really easy, and I say this because I was doing it, and Tim finally had to say to me, there is no coronavirus talk in bed, because I would get up in the morning and I'd be like, and then at night, right before, and he's like, what are you doing? I go, I don't know. I know better. I know. So he's like, off limits. You cannot do that. Because when we wake up in the morning, we get a positive book, we read, we journal, which I think is so important. Write down what you're grateful for, start to frame that day. And then generally I go out and I do some kind of exercise. It might be burst training, it might be resistance training, it might be yoga. And then I'll do some work. Then I'll have a late breakfast immune shake and then do more work. I've been working like a fiend right now because of all of the stuff we need to do to get information out, right? And then eat something if I need it during the day. I've been drinking a lot more water and iced green tea because we're home. So, the only challenge there is the toilet paper situation, but that's the way it goes. So I've been drinking a ton of fluid. And then working on getting that second thing in. Sometimes it's just walking the dog, but something later on in the day as well. I just did a walking call with the dog. She just got a little overheated. Happens. Early dinner, hanging out, sometimes swimming. I'm very fortunate where I live because I live on a canal. Like my kids just went out kayaking and paddleboarding, but we've been doing more of that. So it's just take advantage right now of slowing down and going, what are some goals that I haven't been able to put into my life yet that would be great to do? And you hear all this stuff and go, okay, which one of those things shall I pick first? Maybe it's mindset work, and look at the thing that you need the most first, right? And add that in and add it into your routine. And then once that's added into your routine, get the next thing in, because when you get through this, and your life goes back to whatever normal will be, you can bring those things into normal. And, Shelley, I think the toughest thing you and I have is we sell prevention and people don't buy prevention, but they are now.
It's so true, JJ. No one wants prevention until that something like this happens.
Yeah.
And then
they're like, what?
We should have doubled down on our health, and all our clients are looking at us smugly being like, we're so glad we invested when we did because we're not freaking out. And we just want to take our health to the next level, which is what me and you are doing. We're looking at all our own routines going, hey, what could we do more of? Like, is it more mindset? What do we need to do? Is it more exercise? And that's how I'm looking at this. We're so blessed with this time to re-look at our lives and see what's not working and what do we need to add more of in for our health to be better.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at what is going on, what is clear is those who do get exposed, who are in better health and have better immune systems, are faring better in general. Not always, but most of the time. So, to me, I think that the best thing that you can do besides, I always say, social isolation is a very interesting thing because we know that it's been likened to smoking half a pack of cigarettes a day for what it can do to your health. So what I'm saying is stay connected, but stay protected. So do this type of stuff. So you've got that piece of it that's super important. But beyond that, like, gosh, there's so much stuff that we can just throw in here on a regular basis that will make such a difference for all of us. So pick a thing to get started on because it is clear that prevention is winning here.
100% agree. Thank you so much, JJ. And thank you for all your generosity of your workouts and your miracle mindset, because I've done the miracle mindset program and it is absolutely amazing. So thank you for that. Cool. And thank you for your time.
You are welcome. How do we give that to everybody? What's the easiest way?
Well, I'll email Erin.
Okay, well, I've got them. I know what the links are.
Oh, okay.
And they this will just take them straight to the shopping cart and they just put it in and it's free. It's not an opt-in or anything else. All you need to do is go to jjvirgin.com/miracle mindset. When you do that at the shopping cart, it will say the price, but ask for a coupon code. You just put in mindset in capital letters. And then same thing, you have to do them one by one. But then check out again with Fast Fitness. You go to jjvirgin.com/fast fitness and then put fitness in capital letters. That's it.
Oh, easy.
Peasy.
That's so easy. Oh, we can do that easily. Well, I look forward to doing your workouts because I haven't done them. So I'm going to start on that today.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, it's
Thank
fun.
you.
There's so many people doing free workouts. Like, so try all sorts of different stuff and see, like we were all laughing yesterday. A bunch of us were on the phone and people were doing Betty Rockers and they were like, I'm so sore. So, I mean, how fun is that to be able to try different things, right? And break up your routine and get out of the rut.
And when do we even normally get this opportunity? Normally we're paying top dollar. And like I'm seeing like how much money are we saving at the moment on our lack of coffees and our lack of eating out and stuff. And now we get to do all these health things for free.
Right. I know, hair and nails and eating out and coffee out and everything. I kind of looked at and went, wow, this is some of this I may be taking into everyday life.
It's true, right? And then if you intermittent fast, then your grocery bill goes down too. So then we're getting more savings.
I know. Yeah. So now you're down to 2 meals a day. Like I basically am doing 2 meals in a bar a day, like a smoothie, a bar, and a meal. So definitely saving money there. And we're cooking at home. So we're saving money there, you know. So we have allowed ourselves, because there's a lot of restaurants here doing takeouts. And so we've been allowing ourselves like 2 takeouts a week. We have like Sunday and Thursday are special takeout days, and you know, just makes it kind of fun. But I don't know how much longer that'll last either. That might go away. So we'll see.
Yeah, we don't have that in New Zealand yet. All our restaurants have totally shut down, so there's no takeout option at all.
Wow.
But if we did, I so would be in favor with you to support the local businesses. But our restaurants and cafes shut down overnight, so there is absolutely no takeout, no restaurant option.
Wow. That's rough on them. We actually had companies, restaurants pivot to create a new business doing it this way. So that's a little rough.
It's so rough. It's really sad because it's so hard. Overnight, they just had to shut down and lose their businesses.
Yeah.
So it's super. I know, because otherwise I'd be ordering takeout on purpose just because to support them. Yeah. But we don't have that option here. They're all gone. So we really are in our homes only.
Wow. Well, then there's a lot of great recipes out there too. So, because I found a lot of people, what do I do with all this stuff? I'm like, I've got tons of recipes. So it's like time to share recipes as well.
100%, and inspire each other to get in the kitchen and how to use up every single piece of that meat or every single piece of that vegetable.
Right, exactly. And preserve it if you're not going to use it. Freeze it. What is the name of this thing? Anyway, this thing, Tim loves gadgets. So I got this gadget that just sucks all the air out and keeps things around. So it's fantastic. So
that's awesome. You know. I'm going to Google that to find out what it is, because that would be so useful for all your salad leaves. Just going forward anyway, it's just good things to have.
I know, because those things always seem to go bad. So we have so mmany vegetables at this point. I go, now you need to kind of stop it because it's a little over the top. But we've got a lot of people over. So we've got, you know, I've got 4 people in the house, and then my son and ex-husband are over because they're self-quarantining, so we're all safe together. So they're over all the time too. So there you go.
Makes for a party house, JJ, with the party hats too.
The other thing, just everyone should be really looking at, if I had to optimize and say you could only do one supplement, it certainly would be vitamin C.
100%.
And I don't know if you can get vitamin C there, but
definitely. Boy. That's what I've been telling everyone. The vitamin C is #1 essential, because that's what we're seeing coming out of the States is essential for it. Like, the good thing about being here is we're delayed. Obviously, we got it later, so we can look to you guys and see what's working and what's not working, and take those things in with them.
Yeah, vitamin C is definitely, of all of them, the biggest, which isn't a big surprise. So vitamin A, vitamin D, zinc, those are all critical. Quercetin helps zinc transport. Those are the ones we've been focusing on.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, JJ.
Yep. All right. Well, good luck, everybody.
Thank you. See you, JJ.
All right. Thanks, honey. See you.